So today I'm about to do a video, a story time on my online stalker. Yes, I said online stalker. So this started when this was back when Voxer was popping. Y'all remember Voxer? It was like a little site you can record your voice and send messages, or you can I think, could you type on there? I think you can type on there too. And I went on the little dating app, Poof, or POF, or whatever it's called, Plenty of Fish. And I met this guy or whatever. Well, we were conversing back and forth or whatever. He seemed real cool. So I gave him my number, of course. And then I gave him my social media. And we was texting. He called me, and we had literally a 3-hour conversation the first time we got on the phone. So I thought oh my God, he's so dope. He say he's from LA or whatever, but he's in the army and all this stuff and all that. Red flag. So he said he's in the army, and he be back and forth out of the country. He said right at the moment he was in Hawaii. So I'm like, okay, you're in Hawaii or whatever, let's FaceTime or let's Skype. So, show me your surroundings, show me your base or whatever. So he was like, oh, I can't because he was like, my internet doesn't work. I get bad service, yada, yada, yada. Come on now. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I ain't tripping, because I'm not taking him serious anyway. So fast forward a couple weeks or whatever, we lost, not lost contact, but we kind of stopped talking every day. And then he started hitting me up, and he was like, where have you been? I haven't talked to you. You've been ignoring me. And I'm just like, wait, what? What are you talking about? You stopped talking to me. I didn't stop talking to you. You stopped talking to me. So he was like, yeah, I love you, and you stopped talking to me, and I'm going to find you. And this, I'm like, whoa, pause. What do you mean you're going to find me? I'm not your girlfriend. I don't even know you. What are you talking about? So he used to send me these long ass messages on Voxer every day. So I knew whenever I opened the message, I was going to be getting cussed out. Literally, his personality switched from this real nice, caring guy and all this stuff to this psycho, crazy, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with your brain ass person, right? So he would send me all these messages, and then somehow he got to my Facebook. I didn't have him on Facebook. I had him on all my other social medias like Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. I didn't have him on Facebook because I didn't want him to know my real name. So somehow he found my Facebook. This man found my Facebook, found out where I lived, right? Crazy. I was scared. Found out where I lived and would tell me, oh yeah, I'm going to come to your house and all this stuff and all that. So what I did was I told him, I said, you know what? I'm going to call the police on you. I'm going to report you to the police. So, but I really didn't do it. I was trying to scare him. He didn't show me that he knew exactly where I lived, but the fact that he had my Facebook, he could find out where I live. You get what I'm saying? You feel me? Because, sometimes on Facebook, it shows your location, and I didn't know that because, I was stupid, simple-minded back then. So, trying to be hot and horny. Well, not hot and horny because I wasn't really having sex or nothing, but you get what I'm saying. So after I told him I'm gonna call the police on him and all this stuff, he left me alone. Well, he didn't completely leave me alone. He just stopped being super crazy and obsessive or whatever. So he stopped messaging me or whatever. And then so I thought I was off the hook. Fast forward down the line, probably about 6 months or so. Check my Instagram DMs, and guess who it is? Mr. Psycho. So he was like, oh, hey, baby, how are you? Or whatever. Oh, I want to take you on a trip. I want to send you some money. I want to do this and that and do that. Do you really think you're going to bait me in with taking me on a trip and sending me some money? Why would I go even out of my house? Why would I even go off the internet with you? Why would I even meet up with you in person after you went psycho, batshit crazy on me, talking about you're going to find me and come to my house? What do I look like? An idiot? So he was like, yeah, and I was like, leave me alone. That's it. Leave me alone. So I blocked him. I blocked this man. Not even 2 minutes later, he messaged me on another account. I was like, what in the entire fuck is going on? What have I done to this man? I've never told him I love you. I've never FaceTimed him. I've never told him anything like that. Literally, we only had we had the first conversation, which was 3 hours. And then after that, we probably talked on the phone 2 more times. But other than that, it was nothing to give him the idea that I love him. I just thought he was a cool person, you know, we could talk, get to know each other, woo. Not fall in love. Psycho man. So I was like, wait, I thought you was in the army, and why are you messaging me? You know, I'm gonna call the police, and I'm gonna let them know that some crazy army guy is after me. So he was like, I left the army, I got a dishonorable discharge or whatever, and they sent me home or whatever, so I'm back in LA. And I'm like, wait, what? You what? You're back in LA? I was like, oh, so what happened to Hawaii and all this stuff and all that? He was like, oh, well, yeah, they sent me home or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get into details of what happened. I'm just like, all right, this man is crazy. And then I was like, okay, you know what? If he's supposed to be an army man, he really can be like shell-shocked, batshit crazy, want to come find me, think I'm a goddamn terrorist or something, blow my fucking brains out. I don't know what he's thinking. So I blocked him on all the social medias. And then I ended up letting my brother and him know, like, this man is really trying to get me. So I told my mom, I was like, man, this guy is really trying to get me. I don't know what's wrong with him. Like, I never talked to him, like, in person, never met him in person, literally all online. I could be some total stranger. Like, well, of course I was a total stranger. I could be somebody who I never, like, you know, like catfish, which I think he was kind of catfishing me. But I could have been like catfish or something. Like, I could have been like some total different person. Like, I don't understand how you could tell me he's in love with me when we never really talked and got to that level. Like, that was just really, really weird. So what he did was he would keep messaging me or whatever, and then so I blocked him. I made like everything on my profile private. Then he went away, and then it's crazy because recently he came back, and he came back to my Facebook or whatever, and then he messaged me, he was like, hey, you remember me? And then I just never opened it. I just never opened it because I was like, I don't want to go through that trouble again. I got rid of you back then by blocking you on everything. I'm not bringing you to now. So more of the story is, do not let online people know all your social medias, because if there's like a psycho serial killer, they might find you. So we're at the end of this video. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notification bells. Bye.